Hello and welcome to Nikolai's Genetics Lessons, and in this video we are going to talk about ratios and proportions, which is important for your lab class in order to prepare stock solutions. But today I'm going to use a different example taken from the real life, which probably would be easier for you to understand instead of using some chemistry terminology and names of the chemicals. So in 1995, 78 women were enrolled in chemistry at a certain high school, while 162 men were enrolled. What was the ratio of woman to men, men to woman? So there are three ways how we can notate this. For example, we can say that ratio of women to men were 78 women to 162 men. Another way would be to say 78 women to 162 men. And yet another way would be to say 78 women to 162 men. Three ways of notation. And we show relationship between women and men. Now let's show the same relationship and ratio of men to women. Basically, we just change numbers, their places. So men to women would be 162 men to 78 women, 162 men to 78 women, and 162 men to 78 women. So we solved the first question. Now let's read the second question. In 1996, the number of men enrolled was 193, while the ratio of women to men enrolled in chemistry stayed about the same as in 1995. How many women were enrolled in chemistry in 1996? So, again, let's build ratio of men and women for each year. So we know that in 1995 the ratio of women to men were 78 women to 162 men, and in 1996 we don't know number of women, but we know that number of men were 193. So we have to solve for x. And let me rewrite this as a fraction. So 78 women, 162 men would equal to x for women and 193 for men. And now we are going to use a rule of cross multiplication. So we multiply these numbers as follows, and what we are going to get? We are going to get that basically we would have 78 multiplied by 193, which would equal to 162 multiplied by x. So 15,054 would equal to 162x. And now let's solve for x. So we have to divide 15,054 by 162, and this would equal to x. And we are going to get 92.92, because we cannot get like 90% of women. We have to round this number to 97%. 3 women. And again, if you would take a look at our problem, so in 1996 the number of men enrolled was 193, while the ratio of women to men enrolled in a chemistry stayed about the same. So this word about would tell us that we can round a number. So this is not exact, this is just approximation. So we can say that in 1996 we had instead this x 93 women to 193 men. And what is the other way how we can solve this problem? Basically, we can say that again, here is females and here is a number of males. And for this equation to be true, everything we have to find how much number of males here is bigger than this number. And then if we would find this number, we just have to multiply this number by that number. Again, in this case, we just have to divide 193 number of males in 1996 by number of males in 1995, which is 162. And we would find that number of men in 1996 increased by 1.19. Now, next we just have to multiply number of females in 1995, which is 78, by this number 1.19. And we are going to get the same rounded number, which is 93. So this is the second way how we can solve this problem, and probably for many of you this second method might be easier than the first one. And this is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe for my new videos that I post almost every day. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please write your comments, questions if you have any. Share this video with your classmates, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.